Salama, salama, brothers and sisters. My name is Mikhael Massa. Greetings. I think you're all doing good. Brothers and sisters, you should know something. If you go to visit someone's house, you have to know that every house has its rules. You see, there are some people, they say if you go to their house, you have to eat. You can't. It's not allowed to eat with spoon. You have to eat only with your hands. There are some people, they say, you have to take your shoes off. You see, every house has also a leader, that is the man, and the other leader is the woman, and then we have the owners, also the children, and all of them are a family. Tatanzambi is clear. He does not do anything for fun. He make laws, and he put these laws to earth so that we can live in righteousness, and we cannot take it out from this concept. Today we are lost because we never wanted this wisdom. But here in the strange lands, we understood that the strangers, we saw that they are strangers by their behavior, by that what they eat, what they say, how they walk, you see, and we saw that we are different. And even if we want to copy them, we see that we can't. We are not like them. Even if we try so hard, in a spiritual way we can try so hard, we will not reach them. We are not so, we don't do this, how called these movies, horror movies, that is so cruel. We can't do that. We don't go into a church and start killing people. We don't go to make every year 3 or 4 wars. You see? In many things, I don't want to go too deep to it. We can't even imagine to be like them. Like spelling our father's name, without saying father or mother. Like, hey Dieter, come here. You see, it's like you're calling your father a dog. Also, the same they treated the Most High, that we call Tatanzambi. Tatanzambi means Tatanzambi. This means we call him Father. But if you ask them, how do you call your power or the power of the universe, they do not even have a name. They say God, God. You see? Because this is their behavior. They are unrespectful. Yeah? They disrespect everything. Even the nature, they disrespect the humans, they disrespect the animals, they disrespect trees and everything. And that's why the whole nature, fire, wind, water, earth, everything is now against the Gentiles because of their behavior. Okay? Because this is not the nature that the Most High gave the human to be. This is not how the Most High wants us to live. And our forefathers did not live like this. And the Most High will never bring us back as a nation, if we do live in a manner from the Gentiles. Salaam. My name is Mikhael Massa, and this will be deep today. Like I told you, if you want to go inside the house, you have to know his manners. This is my channel. It is not finished. Yeah, this is the Bantu channel. Yeah, this will be the Bantu channel. There is a lot of work to do. Yeah, as you can see here, you will find here some, um, yeah, some things that might be very important for you. But there is a lot of work to do. But this will be the Bantu channel. Okay. Yeah. You can check this out later after 1 month. Okay. This is the charity channel. Yeah, this is my charity page. From Beulah, I say 64, 62 and 4. Yeah. Here, especially, you will see why I preach this thing here today. Even if I take clothes, yeah, clothes, to send it to Beulah, you will see that the girls over there, they like to dress like this. The girls over there, they like to dress. You see here, they like to dress. They do not like the pants. Okay. So even the scripture says, it is forbidden for a woman to wear pants. Okay? But we are coming to that soon. But this will be the topic from today. As I told you, it is important to know, if you go if you enter a house from someone, you have to know the manner. And we are a Bantu nation. We are the nation of Israel. Okay, we are the lost tribes. Yeah, and now, if you want to enter, yeah, to be one of us, normally you should confess. This is the first stage. Okay? So I want to go a little bit deeper into those things, because I see many people are waking up because of Jonathan and Kadima. They are doing a good work. They have a lot of views on their channel, and this is amazing. Yeah. So you should do confession. Yeah, confession. Now, let us read a little bit for better understanding. Every person who wants to follow the Bantu spirituality first confess their sins, even if they have already belonged to some religion or Christian sect. The confession is made before a certain number of elders and counselors, and a scribe who records everything that is confessed. The act of confession begins with the prayer of Our Father, followed by biblical reading in St. Matthew 10:32 and 33, and St. John 4:14. The person, after concluding his confession, those responsible who direct the act reopen the Bible, this time to read in St. John 5:14 and Revelation 7:3. So this is for the sealing. Okay? This here is for the sealing. And this is for the disciples. Like the others is for the disciple, that the Most High make you a disciple. And the other verse is talks about cleaning up the body. Okay? You can read it by yourself. It's very good. One of the responsible anoints the oil on the foreheads of the kneeling convert, and they all extend their right hands over the head of it and say the prayer of Our Father. So you have to confess, and everything has to be written down in a something like a letter, yeah. And this letter has to be burned, yeah. It's like this is the gift This is the power that Isaiah Congo left Peter. He said, "You will taking out demons. These things that the demons that were left here in the people's bodies, they also will represent this demons afterlife. But the demons that will be taken out of the people's body, and this means these people will be angels. Okay, so one of the responsible anoints. Okay, that's why. Finally, the convert is put on its feet with the help of one the guardians and give him all the necessary recommendations and fortification, and after his departure, those responsible read in Acts 19:19 and then burn all the papers contains the acts of the converted or repented. So the angels will be there, Tatanzambi will be there, yeah, it is in the tabernacle, yeah, and you will talk to the Tatanzambi, and you see, and you will know what your mission is. This is that what is, that's why I have to come to America, and this is that what will happen there, okay, in the time that I will come there. Then people will have a lot of questions, and it will be like magic, yeah, and this is that what will happen. Confessing, fasting, prayers, so that the angels, the Malaiki, will come to us and revealing us things. So, and this year, it will happen this year. Okay? Now, those responsible who accompany the confession are prohibited from disclosing, either in one way or another, the confession of someone for whatever reason. So, now, confession and is also almost the same like baptism. Okay, the Bantu perform baptism by immersion in water with savior or river. The spiritual baptism is also a part of the Bantu Kintwadi. The act of baptism is preceded by confession. Okay, so like I told you, it's almost the same. People who enter for the first time to the Church of our Lord Isaiah Congo in the world and who have never received baptism in any Christian congregation are subjected to the act of confession, together with 2 or 3 priests and a secretary in charge of the church. So this act takes place in the tabernacle. Confessed subjects cannot leave outside the tabernacle circle gifts. People of children of age not under 11 years and 2 months receive baptism. It is clarified that people who have received baptism either by sprinkling or by immersion in other Christian religion or sects are admitted to Bantus without being more subject to a new baptism. It is even the one who they received in the name of Isaiah Congo. The act of baptism begins with the prayer of our Father in heaven, followed by biblical reading in St. Matthew, etc., etc., etc. So, if you want to follow the Bantu, this is one of the first steps. Yeah, this is one of the first steps to become holy, to become a real follower. Then you know no one can show the finger on you because you left the bed and you are a real follower of Isaiah Congo, of the King Twad from the prophets, the way of Nzilang Congo, Ne Congo, Alunga. Now we are going to the we are going now to the we're starting now to preach. Brothers and sisters, as you know, I come from the Angolas, and I come from North Angola. And if you see South Angola, you will see something. In the ancient times, the women's in or the people in Southern Angola, they did not wear clothes. They did not wear clothes. how can I explain? It is like, let me start and I come to it soon. Now, a war woman, a girl who had intercourse with more than one man, okay? Now, this is the theme. In a few pair of shoes, a second-hand one, are both presented to you. Which one would you choose? Keep the answer to thyself. You have a new one, a new pair of shoe, and then you have a second-hand shoe. Which one would you choose? It's clear. Yeah, the new one. So, marriage is honorable in all and the bad undefiled. But warmongers and adulterers that Tanzania will judge. This is Hebrew 13:4. Now, this will be deep. Brothers and sisters, as you know, yeah, today we're living in another time. But people think that things changed. Not really. Not really. Tanzania's law did not change. Okay? And it is more important than ever in this time to keep the commandments. If we have children and my boy comes to my home and say, hey, father, hey, this is my girlfriend, then I would tell him, hey, boy, we do not have girlfriends by the Bantus. Okay? We do not have such things. And I will take him to their parents, from the woman, and will talk with them. This is my boy, okay? And we want to know we want to know about your more about your child. Because it is very important, if you know the secret of Tatanzambi, yeah, why he gave Adam, Eve, etc., yeah, you will understand that Tatanzambi saw that Adam was alone. So Eve has a mission. She makes a part of Adam. That's why both today are inseparable. And I cannot say to my boy, no, do not go out with her. But I will do everything I can to tell him, if you want to stay with her 1 year and 2 years, then after that you have to marry her. It is very important. Yeah, it is very, very important. Okay? Because even in this time here where we go, yeah, we now see how many difficulties we have to marry someone. Okay? Because we are marrying today because of lust. Two persons meet each other in the club, or they meet each other in the streets, in the party, or in the church. After that, this person go out together. Not even 24 hours later, they are in the bed sleeping, making love, okay? And then after that, this is your girlfriend. You do not know if this man is sick. You do not know if this woman is sick. You do not know where this women come from. You do not know their family. And this is the most important part. The family. Because people do not know, and I will make a movie about it, how many times people can come to this world. It's about the spirit. So I believe in reincarnation, and I can prove it to you. It is true. So if some people are sick in some families, this sickness can come to your son. If some family members do rituals, they will do ritual with you too. If some family members kill someone, it can be that your son or the son of the children of your son will be killers. This is the secret of the world. That's why a doctor asks you, hey, do you have this sickness? Do your mama have this sickness? How do your family have this? What is your blood? Okay, this is a normal studied man should know those things. You cannot take every woman that you see. That's why even leaders, they said in the ancient times, yeah, a king must marry a king, even if this is his cousin. Okay? So even today in the Bantu community, we have such tribalism because we know the secret about Tatanzambi, and we know why he said those things. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, like I told you, I come from the northern Angola. In the northern Angola, yeah, we know the manner of Tatanzambi, but in the southern Angola, it wasn't like this. The women from them, they was the time the Portuguese came to Angola. It took many women from the southern part, but from the northern part, this woman was against them, so they could only kill them. But in the southern part, in San Tome, you have a lot of mixed children over there. And even today, these mixed children are ruling over the north. You see? And if you see the mixed children, what they do for Angola, they're giving all our money to Portugal, to Europe, but Angola themselves, the people are poor. You see, Tatanzambi is not a liar. He knows why he say you have to know who you marry. These people was living with 5 people in one house. So you have let's say you have 3 different families, yeah, man, woman, and their children in one house, and they was become their children in this house. They was making love, all of them in this house, and for them this was normal. They was living like this. But Tatanzambi, he did not show us this way. He didn't show us this way. Okay? Now, watch this. This is Deuteronomy 22. And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver and give them unto a father of damsel, because he had brought up an evil name upon the virgin of Judah. And his wife may not put her away all his days. So, if you touch her, you must marry her. That's it. This is to caution young men who lust after the way of their slave master, derby, copying every abominable, cultural trend. Boy, girlfriendliness, youth, intimacy should be avoided at all costs. Early sexual intercourse, premature pregnancy, and catching STDC have become widespread in the land of the Negroes. Here is an advice. Now, Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor, the imperialist, and choose none of his ways. Even in the ancient times, this did not come the Islam. This did not come from India, from the Babylonians. This did not come from some people in the Australia. This came from Africa. Our ancestors was living in the manner of Tatanzambi. And when the imposters, the colonizers came, they started to saying our women are not nice. We should do this to them. We should not love them. And now we started to treat our women like animals. In the ancient time, our women was it was important for us, you know. And also our women now lost their faith to their mans. Everywhere, even if you have a good woman that want to have a good man, this woman has to struggle to find a good man outside here. Because you have a lot of really stupid Negroes. Okay? Fake gods. You see? Fake fathers. Okay? And this is the problem, what we have now. And the most of those things has to do with education. Okay? We all can change by the work. We all can change. We all can do something wrong. But if you do wrong and you see it's wrong, there is a time to stop. And if you see some people does not stop, this means these people are full of demons. These people, you beware. Now, therefore, thus says the Most High, ask ye now among the heathen who had heard such things. The Virgin of Israel had done a very horrible thing. So, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. So, Isaac, Abraham, Jacob, all of them had the same way to marriage. Okay? All of them. All of our forefathers, and even today, me myself, I wait 7 years. 7 years. I wait to go to marry my woman. You should believe or not. In this time, I did it. And I know some people outside there, I do not want to call their names, they do the same. Because the good men, they're not searching for any kind of woman. This is what the good man want, is a good woman, a wise woman. Because every man that is someone has a wise woman behind him. But every man hates a dumb woman. Really. This is, you will beat her up because she's dumb. No man in this world will love a dumb woman. So how can that be that we have today a woman that does not learn after 2 mans or 3 mans, she's always running to the same mistake. She always chooses the bad ones. How can that be? If you ever watched my movie that they removed from YouTube, where I speak about, it's a spiritual movie. It was a spiritual movie. So then you see that this also spirituality is behind it. Because you do not know, if people are making love, you do not know what this really means to Tatanzambi. You see? This is nothing normal. Okay? There are some waters going on there. And it is very dangerous, and it will take a lot of people to hell. Do you understand me? Now, that's why Tatanzambi want us to marry. Now, let's go. If you see this kind of people wearing pants like this, hey, even if you are a saint, even if Christ will come across the road, even him, he will say, what is that? He will not understand. You see? He will cry. This is not the way Christ wants us to live. You see that? Why? No, really, why does she do that? Her body is not good to wear such pants. She has a waist. Oh my goodness. You know, this is not normal. She's not a kid. This is our newborn church. How can it be that our women wearing clothes like this? Yes, they have dress on, but look how short the dress is. This women does not look like they coming to serve Tatanzambi. These women, they do not look like, that they are married. They do not even cover their hairs. They have everywhere earrings and other metals on their necklace. If the Ruach comes, this woman here will have big problems. The first thing the Ruach will say, take all this bling bling away. You see? And if one of the women becomes the Ruach, then this woman will have a problem. It can be they can take even their own ears out. You see? They can beat themselves. Okay? Because they do not understand that the Ruach, the Spirit, is power. And if it comes, you must be prepared. That's why always the Most High gave us this precept about the woman that was, the 5 women that was prepared and the other 5 women that was not prepared. Now, which man would like a woman to wear clothes like this? To run over streets like this? Which man allow his woman to walk over streets like this? If a man is made jealous, a man is jealous. He's proud of his woman. And a man no one calls a man a bitch. But a woman that has a lot of men, she will be forever a bitch. And this is what the people today does not understand. That a woman, she has a mission here on earth. And she has to be very, very careful of herself. Because she is like meat to a man. And if a woman wears clothes like this, she's represent herself, like meat outside there. It is unrespectful to people who does not like those things. It's abusing people. It's confusing people. And the Most High, in front of the Most High, you should never come like this. You see? Because the eye of a saint, this is his power. If you see an eye of someone, you can see if this man is a good man or a bad man. Only if you see the eyes. But many people never understood. eye can shine or her eye can be dark. In the eye, you can see if someone is an angel or someone is a demon. A man, like I told you, is very jealous. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content till thou givest many gifts. You see? Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman, nevertheless to avoid fornication. Let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. You see? So, making love is something very private. It is very, very private. So if you see some pastors today doing rituals and calling it deliverance by doing some rituals by women's, yeah, that the women has to show off nakedness and all what they have, this is an abomination. If you know the scriptures does not allow such things. And it is spiritual. You have to know some of us are angels and some of us are evil. And if the evil one comes, they can deceive your wife as they can deceive your man. And this is what's going on outside there. The serpent seed is searching for, the serpent seed is searching for us. You see, it's searching for the good people to bring them to death. Now, she will say, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. You see, this is why, because many people think we should not divorce. But if you see things are going wrong, you have to divorce. Yeah? But you should know something. If you see a man or a woman that has not a man or a woman, and she's over 40, and this person lives alone, you should know that this person has very, very hard life. Yeah? If she's a widow, she should know, yeah, how to live like a widow, and not to go after young boys in parties to drink. The same things with a man. It is even more dangerous for a man that has not a woman. Because a man that has not a woman, it is very dangerous, because you should know that sex is one of the most powerful things in our body that we need. You see? So a man that does not have a woman at home is a very, very dangerous man. You should never trust someone like that. That's why you see everywhere where people are, they show always, this is my wife, or this is my man. So these persons can represent themselves as a family, and people will respect them more. Even by tax. If you want to pay less tax, you should marry. Because they know it. If someone is alone, he can give more tax. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspected not, he shall be taken. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaves her husband and brings in her by another. So then You have also women that where it goes to church like this. How can I trust a woman, even it is not in the church, that wear pants like this? You see, I never can trust a woman like this in my life, because this is this is not a Bantu woman. This is not a Bantu woman. She's a Gentile in my eyes. You see, a Bantu woman does not wear such pants, and I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you that the Bantus does not wear something like that. Hey, I have a mama, I have a aunt, I have families that I saw, and my moms, they walking like this. You see that? They wear such clothes here. Okay? This is what they wear. This is how they look like. Okay? This is how they look like. And hey, if you do not want to believe, in all of Africa, yeah, where you will find many. If you go to the Bakongos, they wear such things here. Okay? Even in other tribes, in many other tribes, you will find a lot of them wearing clothes like this. They will tell you you're a Muslim. They will tell you you're someone who does not make life. But this comes from the Most High. Because the Most High did not want such things to happen in our life. That you saw someone outside there and you love this person because of his looking. But you do not know that his family. You do not know if he's a sorcerer. You do not know his life. You see? Now, a silent and a loving woman is a gift of Tatanzambi. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Nothing compares the wickedness of a woman. Now, Tatanzambi was clear. Yeah? How can it be that Adam and Eve hide themselves from the Most High? Yeah? Because they was like, oh, we are naked. And people today running over like this in the streets to deceive others. Then you have now the new media, the new world order, saying, do what you want. You are a woman. You can do what you want. It is equal. You are equal to your man. Okay, no problem. What does Tatanzambi say to that? Nothing compares to a wickedness woman. A wickedness of a woman. Woman, it's your time to drive men crazy. But in the end, you shall be paid. Here, it is written, give me any pleasure, but the pleasure of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. You can see it in history. How many kings died because of the woman? How many kings, yeah? How many kings nobody could win them? Even prophets. How many of them fall because of a woman? Because of what? Money? Power? No, because of a woman. Solomon, David, Solomon, David, and many others. Samson, etc. Okay? Even by the Gentiles. Kingdoms fall because of women. Kingdoms. The thing that is here is deep. Now I address the word to all men who are outside the Holy Land. It places the Holy One of Tatanzambi to let women no rule over you because of your iniquities. You know the master of this world, the old serpent, is luring women to subdue their husbands, and women have become exceedingly unworthy. So are their children from unlawful bed they have begotten. So the problem is today, uh, we cannot judge, we cannot say only women are like this, but today we are talking about women's too, because Dr. Zambi is making here clear in the scriptures, that the women from today are not the women from that times before. They are not like Abraham's wife. Okay, they are not like Sarai. She waited. She could not even see her man suffering. She said to her man, "Hey, take another woman, so that we can get babies." This time's passed. You see? Now it's time to fight, man against woman, two different shoes. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Tatanzambi had created a new thing in the earth. A woman should compass a man. You see? Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was the firstborn, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression. The same thing in the religion. The same thing, you see the naked women everywhere in boxing, football, everywhere the woman is deceived. Music, you see Rihanna, you see all of these wicked women outside here. Beyonce. Come on. This is deceiving the world. You see? And all men, even in our community, Bantu community, and to other fellow brothers, they're watching pornos or other fellow brothers that I saw sometimes on Facebook posting half-naked women. But then after that, we see Kwam Rasharala and they love the Most High and etc. etc. And if you talk to them with about the Most High, they're starting to say they're prophets. So how can it be? You see, this is not good. You see, unacceptable. Yeah. Unacceptable. Now, how should we dress? How should we look like? What is the Most High saying about our dressings? Yeah, what is the spiritual dressing? Now, clothing. The Bantus dress more simply, but with all modesty and elegance. Decent long robes below the knees, covering the forearms above the middle or the joint line on the elbow joint. Transparent, neither black nor red robes are allowed. The limitation of black and red robes is the manifestation of repudiation, what Bantus does pain and mourning. That is condemnation of bloody wars or other forms of physical, moral, spiritual violence that man commits against equal man. If that's why you see Shriners, they have red bands on their hands, you see, and you see them with black clothes. How many times you see white people wearing white clothes? They are white. They have a white skin. But how many times you see white people wearing white clothes? How many times you see people in the TV, these people wearing white clothes? All the magicians there wearing black, red clothes. Okay? This is a normal clothes that belongs to Satan. Black gives you more power to the darkness. You can see it in Star Wars and everywhere. It's easy to understand. This means not because you are a black man and skin color that you are evil. No. But black clothes, if you like to always wear black clothes, this means immortal. Or you are dads, you love the dads and you worship them, etc. And red is for blood, not for love. Okay? And if a woman comes to pray, she should cover her knees. You see? Like this. Here, you will love these girls here, maybe by her face and by her smile, okay? You will not see her belly, how she walk and how she looks like, and you see, oh, she's sexy, la la. No. You see, and if you want to sleep with her, you should pay. You should marry her. You see, you should contribute, my friend. You should live with her. You should be prepared for the Tanzania. You should be prepared because then your children will be blessed. And you too and your family. If you want a man here in Europe and everywhere where you live that loves you, he should love you like this and not like this. You see? This is not good. Even other people here have black knees here. This is not a nice leg. This is not a nice leg. Why you are showing this kind of leg right here? Only a guy, that is so horny, that only things to do with you, to make with you love, should take you. Because he know who you are. He know what you want. He will not love you because you are. How can you know who you are? If you started to tell him who you are, he will be like, man, she's sad, she's boring. I'll have to take another one who like me, who is like a bitch, like a whore. If you start to loving this guy, he will run away from you. You will present yourself like a whore. You will take a man who is a whore, who is not good. That is not good. You see, it's normal. Bad cause bad, good cause good. Plant and later you will eat the fruit thereof. The colors were adopted according to the meaning that the Holy Spirit attributes them since the remembrance of the Church of our Isaiah Kongo. With regard to the meaning of the two colors, popular color in many countries, including Angola, have always conceived red and black with meaning of violence and mourning, respectively. With this, we can understand that it is not the Tokism that the two colors are given the meaning that we have been advocating.
Salam, brothers and sisters. I hope you understood this lesson. I know it was very deep and it's not for everyone, but we should understand this if we want to be holy. And the Most High loves us all. So, keep doing the job from the Most High, and may Tatanzambe be with you and your children's. Thank you very much. I will see you soon.